craziest, probably the funnest time of the year in high school basketball. These two programs have been the cream of the crop in the girls' city league here in Boston.
A couple of things to play here. Tonight we got two interesting teams.
Soars again for the two-handed flush. Kobe Upchurch out on the break. She gets the basket. There's the foul. Williams with another three.
Once he gets a step in the lane, he can make it all the way to the hoop.
The Tech Boston Bears are the 2018 Boston City champions. Hello everybody, welcome to Taunton High School for the boys South Division II Sectional Finals. As tonight we got a rematch of the 2019 Boys Boston City Championship as the New Mission Titans will be taking on the Tech Boston Bears. Hello everybody, I'm Pat Flaherty, joined by my partner as always, Alan Platt. And Alan, we were just here a couple of nights ago. We saw these two teams win to get to this point. And boy, both these teams who were in the city championship just a couple of weeks ago are facing each other again in the sectional finals.
Crazy. Why aren't we in Boston, right? we dropped down to Taunton to have two city teams.
Would have been a little easier on all our vehicles, but yes, that would have been fun.
But you're right. It's just sort of strange how the matchups go, and it's all about the seedings and the sectional. These two teams have earned their way in different ways, too, because Tech Boston, defending Division II state champion, has pretty much been rolling along.
That's right.
You never want to say easy wins, but wide margins. They play their kind of game. They're up-tempo on offense and defense. And like you mentioned about the city championship last month of February, quite frankly, they blew out New Mission.
That's right.
In that championship game. So I think for Coach Malcolm Smith from New Mission, he has to wonder what's the state of mind of my players, especially my young players, knowing that they just played these guys less than a month ago and were on the wrong side of a lopsided score.
That's right. That's right. Well, we talk about the New Mission Titans, and they had a tough overtime game here in the sectional semifinals just a couple of days ago. But coming off the bench for them was Abukar Aiden. He lit it up from three for the New Mission Titans.
He changed that whole game. As a matter of fact, like you mentioned, when he first came in that first quarter, he hit three quick three-pointers, deep ones too. So if there's anything to be confident about in terms of scoring and trying to keep pace, he's one of the players. It's an underclassman, but he can shoot very deep. And we always talk about how three-pointers can, you can live or die by them. If you're making them, obviously you can live by it, and that's the kind of thing you're going to need from New Mission tonight to keep up with this high-powered Tech Boston team.
No question. You talk about the Tech Boston Bears, high-powered is in every sense of the word and explosive, I think, is probably the best way to describe them. But one player who's not just explosive, but really does a little bit of everything is our spotlight player tonight. Again, it's Lyron Bennett, who has just had a heck of a senior season here for the Bears.
Well, Bennett had a couple of college coaches a couple of nights ago when we were here, coming mainly to scout him, and for good reason. He has length, he shoots from the outside, he can shoot threes, but chooses not to because he can get into that mid-range game. I think that the best part of his offense, though, is he goes to the basket strong, he can take contact and still finish. So Bennett is a real key. And it's deceiving because even though he looks sort of thin, he's very strong body.
No question. You see him going to the basket, taking some contact, does a lot of different things, really facilitates the offense for Tech Boston. Good free throw shooter, very tough inside rebounding guard as well. So he's had a good city championship just a couple of weeks ago. That's 28 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds. He had 28 against Hingham, had a good game just a couple of days ago against Situate. So Lyron Bennett, also a very good defensive player, so they're going to count on him a lot in this game here tonight. Now for more on this game, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Aaron Goodless, who's got an update for us. Aaron, what do you have?
Hey guys, looks like we got a great rivalry game tonight between the New Mission Titans and the Tech Boston Bears. Both these rivals have met 3 times earlier this year. Tech Boston is won 2 games. They are on a 15-game winning streak. They are the defending champions. These Tech Boston Bears coach Johnny Williams is fired up before the game. He had some nice quotes for us. One is, we have a target right on our backs and everyone's gunning for us. But guess what? We're gunning for them too. Those were his quotes. Now, as for New Mission, Coach Malcolm Smith says, if we don't rebound, we don't win. Well, they got a rebound today. And now defending those 2 backcourt guys, for the Tech Boston guards, Bennett and Browder. But the real key is going to be Rich Burton, number 1. He can shot blocker. Be careful of Rich Burton in the middle. Guys, back to you.
Thanks very much, Aaron. Certainly a good matchup in the backcourt. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have the opening tap here from Taunton High School in the boys South Division II sectional finals between the New Mission Titans and Tech Boston Bears. Right after these words. Don't go away.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can
get someone the cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can intervene.
It's on us.
all of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills.
The smarts?
Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Welcome back to Taunton High School for the boys South Division II sectional finals as the New Mission Titans will be taking on the Tech Boston Bears. As we mentioned, a rematch of this year's Boston City Championship. As Tech Boston, the defending state champs. Meanwhile, New Mission, a little bit younger, a lot of sophomores and even some freshmen are sprinkled in amongst a couple of the seniors here for New Mission. And we talked about the backcourt for the Titans. Abukar Aiden, who is not starting, he's usually coming off the bench anyway. But Juan Salas, very good player for New Mission. There you see the starting lineup as Salas, Paisley, Marshall, McKinney, and Dare for the Titans. Meanwhile, the starters for Tech Boston, Bennett, who we talked about, Browder, Pierre, Nunez, and Burton.
Well, Pat, you just summed it up pretty much. The backcourt play is going to be key. New Mission's got to figure out a way to try to neutralize or at least slow down those two, Browder and Bennett, from Tech Boston. Otherwise, the game could get out of hand quickly.
McKinney and Bennett in for the opening tap, and it's New Mission who controls it, and then Nunez ties up Salas.
There's that aggressive defense right off the opening tap.
So they're going to have to re-jump it because nobody's gotten possession yet, so you can't alternate possession.
Tech Boston in white and New Mission in the, what's that, navy blue.
Tech Boston, the home team, as the 2 seed in this bracket. We are underway here at Taunton High. New Mission controls the opening tap.
Straight man-to-man, as always, for Tech Boston. I should say aggressive man-to-man. Travel there. Yeah.
Whistle for the travel.
What's interesting is in the game, like you mentioned a couple of days ago, we had Tech Boston. Our outstanding player was Richard Burton, and that was a good example right there. Dare, who's a little bigger for New Mission, trying to go to the basket. Excellent position, forced Dare to take the extra step.
Byron Bennett off the spin move, couldn't get it to go. A rebound comes down to Marshall. Marshall trying to make his way inside, couldn't convert. It's going to stay with the Titans.
Not surprised. Malcolm Smith, coach for New Mission, has his team going inside the first 2 possessions. Ideally, they want to get to Dare. There he is.
Dare over to McKinney. Inside
to
Marshall.
Good job. Nice bounce pass by McKinney. He actually lost the ball, but was able to recover it. And when we saw him a couple of nights ago, New Mission had Marshall running that baseline the entire game.
Juan Pierre gets fouled right around the elbow by Jaheed Allen Paisley.
Yeah, Allen Paisley is one of those young players you were talking about. Has a key role in the starting lineup.
And New Mission with a lot of young guards, and their height in the post is mostly of seniors. You got Dare, McKinney, and Marshall, all seniors for the Titans.
They're going to get plenty of touches. Okay, so good job to knock it away. Steal by New Mission.
Here comes Salas back down the other end. Lost it as he tried for a jump stop on his way to the rim.
It was knocked away by Tech Boston.
Get it into Dare, going against Bennett. Certainly got the height advantage and kisses it off the window.
Yeah, I like the fact he took his time, very patient. There's going to be a height advantage every time they go inside and have a one-on-one.
Dare couldn't connect from long distance. Bennett tries to poke it away from Dare.
Yeah, Dare's got to keep that ball high once he rebounds.
Here comes Allen Paisley back down the other end for New Mission. Salas going against Pierre. Juan's going to be called for the offensive foul as Pierre heads to the floor.
Yeah, he leaned in a little bit, created contact. Watch his shoulder. Once he makes this turn, you'll see him use that left shoulder to sort of ward off Pierre.
2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Tech Boston without a point, which we very rarely see.
Yeah, usually off to a fast start. You're right. You know, so that's the kind of foul Derek can't afford. You're out near half court and getting called for a bumping foul. I think he's going to come out of the game.
First personal foul by Saquon Dare as he heads to the bench.
Yeah, I think Malcolm just wants to talk to him about you can't afford fouls that far from the basket.
Edwin Hickman now in for New Mission.
Hickman had a great defensive game in their win in the semifinals.
Nunez firing up a three. And rebound comes down to Burton.
Again, quick hands defensively, knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Tech Boston. But like you said, Pat, slow stop for Tech Boston. Very, very unusual for them. DJ was only there to talk to Malcolm Smith, so he comes right back in the game.
Bennett looking inside for Nunez, now going to pull it back out. Stops, pops, and hits for Tech Boston.
The same shot we had a highlight of in the open.
That's right.
Exact same shot. Little mid-range jumper from the wing.
First points of the night so far for Tech Boston. Salas.
Yeah, Salas got tripped on that one.
Tripped up at the top of the key. I think that's going to be on Browder.
Salas is going to be a key tonight because he's going to be facing a lot of pressure. There's the,
they call it on Javon Pierre. Yeah, he grabbed Salas' jersey. Dare going to work. Jumper no good. And it's pulled in by Burton. Bennett trying to go all the way to the basket. Couldn't kiss it off the window. Burton now back up top. Good swing by Tech Boston. Browder inside. Can't get that one to fall for him. Nunez going after it, and that's going to stay with Tech Boston.
A lot of activity trying to double the ball on the baseline by New Mission, but just having a tough time getting that defensive rebound. It's going to be a third chance in this one sequence. Tech Boston scrambling as always.
Browder couldn't get the lefty layup to go. Rebound inside to McKinney, pulled away by Burton. Bennett going to fire up a three and hit it.
They all stopped because McKinney from the mission couldn't secure that defensive rebound.
Dare getting bumped, and I think they're going to call it on the floor.
Veteran crew tonight. We have Jamal Galloway along with Chris Devlin and Dave McLaren. Yeah, it was called on the floor, so it'll be possession for New Mission.
We talk a lot about the guards for Tech Boston, but Richard Burton had a good state semifinal game just a couple of days ago. He's already got 4 rebounds now for the Bears so far in this one. Salas going to work, step back jumper for him is off the back iron. Pierre trying to save it, but I think he stepped out of bounds.
Bounced out of bounds.
Dare can't get it off the window. Salas is fouled on his way to the rim.
I tell you gotta like this activity by New Mission here in their first quarter. They're really attacking the offensive backboards. There you see Salas using that length of his. Talked about all the plays from New Mission. They got them here to this championship game by winning that semifinal in overtime. Salas, one of his biggest contributions, he made almost all of his free throws.
That's right. He was very good from the free throw line.
Down the stretch, he was like 7 for 8 in that second half.
Yeah, it was crucial in that overtime period. Burton going to head to the bench for Tech Boston as Chris Norman comes back in.
There's 2 fouls on Burton, so he'll probably sit for the rest of the quarter at least.
Salas hits both. I'm sorry, Salas just hit 1. So 9 for 9 in the last game for Juan Salas, but he missed the first that time. Bennett all the way to the rim for the Bears.
The tricky part about Bennett, he can go strong right or left, so it's not like you can just shade him to a favorite side.
Alan Paisley inside to Dare. Saquon able to score for New Mission.
Yeah, Alan Paisley, excellent job because what he did, he gave Dare the ball when there was still some floor space for Dare to go baseline.
Crowder, lefty floater, falls for him.
One of his favorite shots. You see a lot of those from him, even though he doesn't have much height, but he gets off the ground well, and his quickness is very deceiving for the defenders.
McKinney going to fire up a 3. That's tapped out of bounds, going to stay with the Titans.
Dare's going to get plenty of touches.
Trying to carve out some
travel,
space.
Yeah, I think Dare just has to calm down, and it seems like he's rushing his dribble. And so when he picks it up, like in that situation, he's a little too far away from the basket and took the extra step trying to get that little hook of his.
Nunez lost it on the way to the rim, couldn't finish. Dare now going to bring it up for New Mission off the crossover. McKinney, open 3. Once again, hits the back rim. Here comes Pierre back down the other end for the Tech Boston Bears.
Nice spin. That's a travel there. Yeah. He spun, but again, in this, there's some nerves. Obviously, you're amped up. It's a championship game, huge crowd, probably the biggest crowd they've played, both teams have played in front of all season. And of course, a sectional championship on the line.
Right. Ho hum.
That's a little item to think about.
Man, you know what's funny though is it seems like Tech Boston is a little bit more rigid at the start of this game. And they've been through this already since they've won the state championship last season.
And they're on an amazing winning streak.
Alan Paisley couldn't finish it all the way at the rim. That's tapped away, but it's Browder who then lost it on the way up. Pierre back to Norman, who fires up a 3 and hits it.
Wow. That's the freshman. His first shot of the game coming in because of the 2 fouls on Burton.
extends the Tech Boston lead to 4 here with under 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And Burton gets it knocked away. Dare going straight to the goal, but he got caught underneath the rim.
That was a good move by Dare. Like you said, I think he didn't know how close he was.
Burton. Nunez with the putback.
Nunez, one of those players always around the ball, follows his teammates' shots. Very important last minute of this first quarter, more so for New Mission. Can't allow Tech Boston to run off 8-10 points.
McKinney scores off the window for New Mission.
Force the action, get in the lane. There's going to be travel there, yeah. So good job by McKinney. And here comes the shooter, Addison, for this last minute of the first quarter. Let's see if they go right to him. Okay, now Tech Boston's going to counter by bringing another guard in, probably to help match up with the 3 guys that are out there for New Mission.
Yeah, Keyshawn Barnes comes in, the junior for Tech Boston. And Nunez comes away with a steal. Now when Nunez converts the layup for the Bears. Six-point lead for Tech Boston here in the first quarter. Marshall trying to go to work against Bennett, slips on the floor. Alan Paisley can't hit that one, and Bennett comes away with it for the Bears. Nice poke steal from Dare.
Good job.
Saquon going hard to the basket. He gets the bucket and the foul.
Really unusual to see someone with a poke steal from Bennett. Bennett usually can take care of the ball so well. Right there, cleaning. And he knows he's going to go strong. He wants to hoop, doesn't care about the foul, but he'll take both. Good job by Dare. A little risky play out in the front, around half court, but if you're used to doing it and you have that much confidence, watch this finish. I like the way he uses the left hand, gets the ball away from the defender.
Hey, mentioned a risky play. Coach Smith actually pulled him off the floor when he committed a pointless foul at half court last time, but he stuck with the aggressive play there. Got that one to go.
Sometimes the adrenaline just takes over.
Router with all his herky-jerky moves, and that pass gets poked away. Nunez comes up with the loose ball. Bennett for 3. And that's going to stay with Tech Boston here with 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Tech Boston will try for the last shot.
Router off the crossover.
A nice block by.
Stays with it, puts it back up and in. It's Chris Norman. So Norman, the freshman, staying with it there for the Bears, extends their lead to 5. So after 1 here at Taunton High, Tech Boston on top of New Mission, 18-13 in the boys Division II South Sectional Finals. We'll be right back.
Red hat. Oops. Red shirt, blue shirt, yellow shirt. Oops. Yellow pants, red pants, green pants. Oops.
Welcome back to Taunton High School for the boys South Division II Sectional Finals. Right now the Tech Boston Bears lead the New Mission Titans 18-13. Folks, if you want to follow us on social media, you can go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/GameOfTheWeekBoston. We got a lot of good stuff on that site. You can also go follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW.
I'm going to watch that New Mission overtime game again. That was an amazing fourth quarter and overtime, which they were able to pull out on defense, surprisingly.
Bennett leads the Bears with 7 points as Norman fires up another 3.
Talk about a player coming off the bench, a freshman, 8 quick points for him. That's the lead right now.
Aiden step back three, no good. Dare inside.
Good job by Dare using that length of his.
Dare now leads all scorers with 9 points here at the start of the second. Nunez gets fouled shooting a 3, I believe. No, I think that was a 2, excuse me. So he'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, Aiden, a little late closing out. Once you go in the air, you've lost control of where your body's going to land and any kind of contacts.
Gravity takes over.
Yeah, the officials are going to protect the shooter.
So Nunez at the stripe, shooting 2 for Tech Boston. Knocks down the first. We saw this in the Division III game just before this where Jeremiah Burke got in foul trouble pretty early. These two teams, a couple more fouls, will be shooting free throws in the bonus.
Tournament one-and-done games, coaches always hop on foul shots, rebounding, and people getting in foul trouble.
That's right.
Anytime you keep players in foul trouble, they sort of ramp things back and they lose their aggressive play.
Extends the lead to 9 here in the early goings of the second quarter. Dare tried to get it into a cutting Paisley.
Just another foul. Wow. The toughest part, when you're trying to play aggressive and you make a mistake, there's Dare right there looking to, I guess he was trying to poke the ball away. Sort of ran right through Nunez.
When you get that poke steal and then an and one, you feel good about that
move. You feel like
move,
you can do it anytime, but
get it inside to Nunez, and he
nice
finishes.
Finish.
Beautiful.
Good job. Little pump job to get away from the defensive block shot.
10-2 run now for the Tech Boston Bears.
This is what they're used to doing. See, with Dare not in there for Numission, it's tough to get the ball into the post.
Aiden for 3, you betcha.
They really needed that, Pat. They really needed it. That's his first shot of the game. So for him to make it, his teammates now will figure, okay, let's in the half-court set, let's wait till we get him open, give him a good shot.
Cuts the lead back down to 8. Browder. He was fouled on the floor.
That quick step is amazing. And the fact that he can go either way, he can go left or right. So he just got by 3 defenders.
Coach Williams would probably hate for me to say this, but I'd love to see Shamar Browder play football. He would be such a good running back.
Halfback, yeah.
My goodness.
Or a slot receiver.
Right.
Yeah. Really good hands, you're right. And that speed is, see, a combination of speed and quickness is so difficult.
Off the crossover, Shamar straight to the goal, and he's going to get 2 free throws for Tech Boston.
And he uses the fact he has a small body mainly to his advantage. Well, he'll split these 2 defenders. He hit him in position for a block shot, but also had some contact.
And Shamar cannot convert the first. It's the second. Back to a 9-point lead for Tech Boston. That's going to be an offensive foul on Jaheed Allen Paisley.
Yeah, I think he was actually trying to get out of the way. He wants to pick.
Yeah, so
watch Tim. Once he passes the ball, so he ran. Well, he put the arms up. So.
Yeah, he kind of did the
that's
2
when you
forearms
get. That's the
up.
football block, right?
Right.
Not so good out here in the hard court.
Nah. Juan Pierre back in for Tech Boston. You got Norman. And Keyshawn Barnes also out there for the Bears along with Browder and Bennett.
Nice block by Marshall.
Yeah, good defense inside for the Titans. Aiden up to Hickman with a nice move to the basket, and he's going to get 2 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, Hickman also had a good game in the semifinal, mainly defensively, a lot of hustle plays. There he goes hard to the basket, just undercut a little bit. on 2 free throws. I had a chance to talk to him for a minute before the game. We were saying his name correctly, Hickman.
Good.
So I felt sort of bad because didn't have a chance to check during that game, but he laughed about it. He said, "Don't worry, everybody says the same thing." They asked the same question.
Right. I know there's some kids that their names are just tough.
Yeah.
You feel bad when you don't pronounce it right.
But we were saying his name a lot because he did so many things in that game.
He was very active.
He was all over the floor. Now, it's funny, too, because Malcolm Smith admitted that when they really had to defend the point guard, someone in the stands yelled out, "Put 14 on the point guard." That's what he did.
Alan Nunez on fire here in the first half.
I was going to say, Nunez he's your sort of all-around player doing a lot of things off the ball, but now he has 12 points here in the quarter.
And Hickman coming back with a kiss off the window.
The Mission's gone to a 3-2 zone now because of foul trouble. But the openings are going to be there in the baseline.
Nunez.
Block.
Pass from
Aiden,
put back from Hickman.
Yeah.
It was a great pass from Aiden, but a tough conversion there for Salas. But
Salas did a good job to make the catch at least and get the ball up, and then his teammate Hickman with the hustle play to get the 2 points.
Router back to Bennett for 3. Marshall trying to post up inside, going against Barnes. Can't get it to go, but he's going to get 2 from the stripe.
I like the aggressive move on the baseline. We talked about Marshall. He did it the entire semifinal game. A little bumping inside and actually came closer to having the hoop too. Nice response by New Mission. They went down by 11. Here they are trying to cut more into this 6-point lead.
Marshall hits the second. 5-point lead now for Tech Boston midway through the second quarter.
Good patience by Tech Boston trying to attack the zone.
Corner 3, no good from Alan Nunez. Router gets it back to Pierre off
Travel
the offensive rebound.
Yeah. As soon as the defender comes out to close out, you give him the pump fake, but you got to put the ball down first. See a lot of those travel calls. The player thinks he sees an opening, just wants to get there so quick.
Salas.
Nice play by Salas.
Straight to the basket. The Mission really forcing the action here in the first half.
That's just, I tell you, Pat, that's a smart, very smart decision by Malcolm Smith because it does a couple of things. It can draw fouls, obviously, and he's hoping that it's going to slow down. Here's Malcolm Smith right there. He's hoping it's going to slow down the fast break opportunities for Tech Boston. So far, that's what it's done. I mean, New Mission, they're coming back from an 11-point deficit. They've now cut the lead back down to 4.
Salas will have one more. Hits the second, so back to a 3-point game.
I think the question about the mental status of New Mission has been answered. They're out here playing as if there was never a blowout between them this year.
That's right. You also wondered, too, they had that tough overtime game just a couple of nights ago where they could have folded it in after giving up that overtime basket, or that basket at the end of regulation, where they really blew the game at the end of regulation. But recovered well in overtime.
Nice pass.
As Marshall run on the floor well up the pass from a Hickman.
Hickman playing some point guard there. Beautiful bounce pass.
14-5 run for the New Mission Titans. They have it back to within 1.
this has got to be a surprise for Malcolm Smith on that New Mission bench, because he went to the zone just to buy some time because Dare was in foul trouble, but instead it's actually helped them rebound better and get out on the floor.
Marshall gets the block and then was fouled that time by Gravani Whitehall, so he's going to get 2 free throws. Or a shoot and run on 1, excuse me.
I'm telling you, it's a chance for New Mission to take a lead. I talked about with the zone how Tech Boston was being patient, but the last couple of times down, they weren't as patient. Once the shot goes up, you have New Mission putting the body on a body.
Second free throw missed that time. Browder quickly down the other end of the floor. Norman. Feed inside to Browder. The layup doesn't fall for him.
Yeah, tough luck on that one. Just the rim just kicked it back out.
And that one does go down that time for Abubakar Aiden.
He used the entire rim for that three-pointer.
Two-point lead for New Mission. Browder gets it poked away. Good hustle here from the Titans. That's going to be a jump ball.
I think it's going to be a help. See what the call is, because the shot clock ran out.
Now we'll see if the call was before the end of the shot clock.
The officials have to confer on this one.
I think they did. I think they did blow the whistle before the end of the shot clock. No, they're going to call it a shot clock violation.
Okay, goes back to New Mission. Again, good hustle. Jaheed. Nice pass. Oh.
Yeah, Marshall lost it.
I'll tell you.
Look at the rim before he had the ball.
Hickman did a good job. He forced the action, made the double team come to him, laid it down, and Marshall just a little too anxious.
Trying to feed it inside, once again tapped away by the Titans. Aiden trying to get inside to Marshall, and Pierre is going to be whistled for the reach-in.
Yeah, Pierre a little too aggressive, looking for the poke steal on that one. So he's going to be double bonus, 2 shots.
Malcolm Smith, surprisingly calm at this point in the game.
On the outside.
On the outside. Probably burning on the inside.
We don't believe me, we're on the air, so we don't want to know what's going on the inside.
Here's another look at it.
He's got to be happy with what his team has done here in his first half.
Marshall knocks down both, extends the New Mission lead to 4.
Bit of a scoring drought for Tech Boston.
19-5 run right now for the New Mission Titans. Another big fella, Chubi Okologu, unable to hit that free throw. Bennett is there for the putback.
Like we say, does it all.
Back to a 2-point lead for New Mission. Hickman unable to convert. That's knocked out of bounds by Marshall. And it'll go back to the Tech Boston with 55 seconds left to go before halftime. Boston Bears right now struggling on the glass. Just 2 rebounds here in the second quarter.
I think it's really changed when you had New Mission go to that zone.
And Aiden comes away with the rebound.
Looks like it's going to be more free throws.
Can't tell if they called a foul or
yeah,
jump
I don't
off.
know if it was out of bounds play or a foul.
Must have been an out of bounds play.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, had been out
Must
of bounds.
have been out of
Right.
bounds.
So New Mission controls with 49 seconds, up 2. Very good second quarter from New Mission.
I think this foul's going to be on Pierre.
No, I think the shot clock never went on. The outside official knows that the shot clock wasn't running down, so they're gonna sort of estimate how much time should have been taken off. Here's Malcolm.
So they bring the shot clock down to 23 for the Titans. 42 seconds left before halftime. And New Mission's got to call a timeout, having a tough time inbound the basketball.
42 seconds remaining.
So Tech Boston currently trailing here as we approach halftime, and not a position we normally see with Tech Boston.
Not at all. Now I was thinking, good point. I was thinking back to the city championship game. By this time, late second quarter, Tech Boston had already spread, started to really run away. Right, exactly. I think they're up like 15 or so.
Yeah, at one point, New Mission started to crawl back after being down, I think, almost 30. They started to crawl back to within 20, but then Tech Boston just had a comfortable lead throughout the rest of the second half.
Yeah, kicked in that last gear.
But so far today, it's been New Mission who seems to have more energy.
That's the key. Everybody has adrenaline.
Right.
We know that. Tech Boston comes in wanting to play a fast pace, but New Mission did a good job. I think they, by starting the game going inside to Dare so often, it slowed down the opportunities for Tech Boston to really get that running game going. And now that even with Dare out of the game, going to that 3-2 zone has also slowed down Tech Boston's offense in the half court. Good strategy by Malcolm Smith. Johnny Williams now he's got to figure out a way to get his team back to the pace they want. Now we get some bumping and grinding inside. They're trying to stack up.
Yeah, New Mission was trying to do a stack formation.
Right.
They had a bounce play.
Yeah.
A couple of the Bears were trying to deny them.
Slide inside, didn't stay inside, yeah.
The stack formation. Now they're going to get these two teams split up here for the moment. Malcolm Smith's asking for a tactic.
Exactly.
Because Johnny Williams came right on the court, and I think you can do that with that type of play. I would think that they would allow him to come out.
The officials, the coach has to ask the official if he can come out to calm his players down. So they're going to.
Malcolm Smith changes expressions faster than anybody.
Oh yeah.
You're
right. He wanted to check.
Yeah.
Then he knew he wasn't going to get it.
Yeah. So then he was just like, okay. He goes back to the bench. Oh man.
See, this is a situation where Tech Boston looks for a steal and a layup.
They get it into Aiden. He gets it knocked away. And they're going to say that's off the feet of Abubakar Aiden.
Yeah.
Nice job by Andy Mendez knocking that away.
Again, good aggressive play. Another chance to tie for Tech Boston.
Mendez inside to Okologu. Blocked by Marshall. And then a foul is committed by Pierre.
More free throws for Eckerman. Good block inside. Let's watch that again. Nice clean block. Good job.
Second block of the game for Marshall.
for some reason, it just seems like New Mission's more comfortable in the zone, which is unusual. A lot of times, young teams don't like to play in the zone because they sort of get themselves out of position, or they find themselves getting beat back door by always having your head on the swivel.
Hickman unable to hit the first as Gravani Whitehall comes back in for the Bears. Juan Pierre going to head to the bench. Hickman able to hit the second. A 3-point lead here for New Mission. 28 seconds left to go in the first half.
Travel. Wow. I really thought he was just going to put that shot up because the zone that's being played by New Mission, the open three-pointer is in the deep corner. That time, Andy Mendez actually had as soon as the ball came, he had a wide open look. Chance for a last shot here for New Mission, if they choose to. Marshall trying to post up Bennett.
Hickman off the crossover, over to Solis, open look, and he's going to get 3 free throws.
Whitehall? Yeah.
Gravani Whitehall.
Again, same thing we saw in the first quarter. When you're jumping at a shooter, you're out of control when you're in the air. Did you say gravity?
Gravity takes
doesn't
over.
Doesn't allow you to shift away.
Solis. He's been money from the free throw line during the tournament.
I think your point earlier about the fact that New Mission's had to play tight games is coming to really help them in this situation because they've been pretty calm, not as many turnovers or mistakes. So that's what leads to a blowout game. And they're just taking over this second quarter.
Wow. Aiden launches that one, and at the end of the first half, it's the New Mission Titans.
Surprise,
top
surprise,
of the
huh?
Tech Boston Bears, 38-32. And in that first half, Tech Boston had a pretty good first quarter, especially, but in that second quarter, like you mentioned, New Mission.
Two quarters, exactly.
That's right.
I mean, and it's just strange how a circumstance can change a game. Now, Malcolm Smith on that New Mission bench was forced to go to his own because he had a couple of his big kids with 2 fouls. So that's one of those things, and turned out that it helped his offense.
No question. The head coach of the New Mission Titans, Malcolm Smith, is with our sideline reporter, Aaron Goodless. Aaron, take it away.
Coach, you got a 6-point lead at halftime. What do you got to do to pull off the upset in the second half?
Well, I hope I don't got to go get a box of diapers for them and everything else. But I think what we have to do is we got to pick up the intensity. We let, they scored 8 points off of offensive rebounds. We're doing a good job of closing out. But the thing is that we got to be a lot more aggressive than what's going on right now and everything else. We got to get to more loose balls and everything else. And the fact is we can't just let them bullying around. You know what I mean? They're pushing us a few times, which is not a foul or anything else. But we got to be a lot tougher. We got to sustain because, this is the best second half team in the state.
Right. It looked like as soon as you switched to the 3-2 zone, it bothered them a little bit. And also when you put in number 1, Aiden.
Yeah.
Are you going to start him in the second half?
Well, no, we're going to leave him just as it is right over there.
Okay.
Yeah, but it could be one and done. So it could be a quick hook for anybody else who's in there. But he's going to play a lot in the second half. Trust me.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Aaron. So Malcolm Smith got to be happy with his team's performance in the first half. But, as well as they played, they're up by 6, and it seemed like that was one of the probably the worst halves for Tech Boston we've seen in a little while. Only down 6.
Right, the point Malcolm made, he's always on top of these things. He knew exactly how many second chance points they gave up. He knows exactly how many loose balls they didn't get.
Right.
And just like you just said, he knows that the Tech Boston is the best second-half team in the entire state.
That's right. We'll
defending
probably see it.
champions. Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they've certainly been through the hardships of the state tournament before, and I'm sure they'll be coming out flying here in the third quarter. Folks, we're going to head to break ourselves. When we come back, we'll have our halftime stats and a couple of halftime highlights here on Game of the Week. Make sure you stick around.
Foster safety. Foster hope. Foster joy. Foster curiosity. Foster support. Become a foster parent, because every parent makes a difference. Foster, Massachusetts.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
You go and step out of the vehicle for me?
See ya, buddy. Good luck.
So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing. And it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And then I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do it like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same. Gotta get the boys.
Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Queen is just my everything. His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you. And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman. You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 Wonders of the World.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Taunton High School. We're at the half here of the boys Division II South Sectional Finals. And we're going to take a look at our halftime stats now here at Taunton High. And first up, it's going to be the Tech Boston Bears.
It's Tech Boston. Nunez, like we talked about him being an all-around player. Not always the leading scorer, very seldom leading scorer, but he had 12 points. Hit a couple of threes, went to the basket hard to lead them. Bennett, a little bit of a slow start, but he does have 9 points. Rebounding, Bennett has 5 rebounds. Burton with 4. Burton had 2 quick fouls, so he sat down most of the second quarter. And the assists from the backcourt, both Bennett and Browder, 5 assists between the two of them.
Let's take a look at the new Mission halftime stats.
Well, they're spread out. Dare did get the 2 fouls, but before he sat down, he had 9 points. Marshall on that baseline with 7 points. And Hickman rebounding off the bench with 3. Marshall had 3. Paisley, a good job. He had those 5, most of those 5 assists in the second quarter.
That's right.
When New Mission was making that nice run. And Hickman also off the bench, able to get a couple of assists. So the young players, Hickman, the sophomore, rebounding, going hard to the basket. And like I said, had a couple of assists. You like that kind of support when you have to go to your bench in a game like this.
Yeah, they see Saquon Dare,
Dare
really got things going for New Mission in that first quarter.
He has a size advantage. He likes to work that baseline. Just too bad this was a nice clean steal. He made this into a 3-point play, but he also had 2 silly fouls that made him sit down. But he worked that baseline well. He has a size advantage over anybody except Burton, but Burton has 2 fouls to Tech Boston, so Burton can't be very aggressive playing against Dare. But we'll see how that chess match sort of works out, because Williams is going to try something different defensively to Tech Boston to slow down Dare. Meanwhile, Malcolm Smith is going to tell his team, listen, get it into him, keep moving, give him some space. So we'll see which one is going to prevail.
No question. Now you look at this New Mission team, and I think one thing they might have over Tech Boston is a lot of depth. I mean, they have a lot of guys that play. They probably roll 10 every game, whereas Tech Boston maybe 7 or 8. But a lot of length, too, compared to Tech Boston.
No
you
doubt.
see for the first time really this season, it seems like some length is bothering the Tech Boston Bears.
And that zone slowed them down, too. That's the key. The 3-2 zone, and I'm a little surprised that it bothers Tech Boston, because that Tech Boston's seen plenty of zones during the course of the season. But this particular, that second quarter, they did the right thing by being patient, but sometimes you can get a little too patient. You had some traveling violations. You had a 3-second call. You had some forced shots. So I think that the key is Johnny Williams, the Tech Boston coach, knows he's got to get his team into their up-tempo game. That's the key to this whole second half for Tech Boston.
One player that's really been quiet is Shamar Browder, who's normally the leading scorer for Tech Boston.
There's 3 points and a half. So that's you're right, unusual. Back to Dare.
They're trying to feed it inside, stolen away by Bennett. He tries to go behind the back. That's going to be a foul on Dare.
Okay, so now you got a situation where the big fella on your team, all 3 of his fouls are out near half court.
There's really just no reason for him to be out there. Here comes Browder. Swing over to Pierre. Good swing to Nunez, who buries the 3.
Wow. That's 15 points for Nunez. And again, we talk about Tech Boston. There's so many of their players can be this sort of the catalyst.
Dare gets stuffed inside by Burton. Pierre taking the bump, and he's going to get 2 from the charity stripe.
That aggressive play from the start. Here you go, Pierre. And just 2 free throws. He's trying for a and one. You see a different angle of it. You see Marshall trying to get up for a block, but caught off balance.
We mentioned Browder with only 3 points so far here in this game. Second time these two teams played this season. Browder had 35 against New Mission on February 6th. Then in the city championship, Browder had 29
he was unstoppable.
in the city championship against New Mission. So normally very effective against this New Mission team.
I think it was the third quarter he just took over that game.
Back to a 1-point game after the last couple of free throws for Tech Boston.
Quick start for Tech Boston. Well, again, New Mission trying to get the ball inside to Dare. That's what they need to do that. That's 3 fouls on Burton now.
Inside it's Dare who couldn't get that to go. Gets his own rebound.
Oh, is that 4? Let's see if that's on Nunez. It is on Burton. That's 4 fouls on Burton now. Wow. Early third quarter. It's a tough break for Tech Boston. They have to go back to the freshman. So.
Yeah, Chris Norman's going to have to come back in. As Dare hits the first. And Norman, even though he's got some length, not really a post player yet, more of a perimeter player.
Oh, definitely.
But does try to.
But he does his best.
Bang down low as much as he can.
He is the tallest guy to have, so he does his best to try to box out. That time he just got beat a tough bounce of the ball on the offensive rebound.
Back to a 3-point lead for New Mission after the 2 free throws from Saquon Dare.
And New Mission staying in this 3-2 zone even with the starters out there. Nice block, good block.
Now we're going to get a jump ball inside, and that is going to stay with Tech Boston.
Good job. Dare got the block, but then McKinney got the block, and he got the rebound.
So McKinney got the block, then Dare got the block. Dare now with 3 blocks for New Mission. Bennett going to work inside.
Pushed by McKinney. Yes, that's a quickness mismatch there. That's one of the tough parts about being this 2-3. It's 3-2 zone, I'm sorry. You got the 2 big guys with not that much foot speed on the baseline.
Yeah, tough for a big guy to cover Bennett out in space. And Bennett with the offensive foul.
A little bit of a flop by Callis, but it's effective. I mean, there was some contact. Watch it here. You'll see Callis sort of jump. Watch him go fly. It's like what's that? A backstroke dive?
Yeah.
You could have been in the swimming pool for that one.
Yeah, synchronized swimming
there
there for Juan Salas.
Right. Smart play, though.
Yeah, that's 2 fouls now on Lyron Bennett. Salas back down the other end. And he's going to get 2 more from the stripe.
We got the same foul, offensive foul.
Oh, excuse me, offensive foul on Salas. So
same foul back at him.
Tech Boston returns the favor.
Malcolm Smith upset with Jamal Galloway on that one, but Jamal just very calmly told him, hey, same call.
Good swing for Tech Boston. Pierre off the up fake to Nunez.
I tell you, Nunez just creates something.
Yeah,
whenever the ball gets to him, he creates something. It's not an open shot. Watch this. Now he's going to get 2 free throws. Nice cut. He was able to somehow get the ball in the air toward the basket.
They're going to call it on the floor.
They'll call it on the floor, but they'll keep possession.
Bennett off the spin move. Good drive from him, but unable to hit it at the rim.
Get the ball up.
Marshall. Good swing. Salas open 3.
Beautiful. You called it right, Pat. The good swing with that quickness gave the three-point shooter a wide open look.
6-point lead now for the Titans. Bennett driving baseline, tough score inside from the Bear senior. McKinney stays with it. Inside to Dare. And that's going to be a foul on
the floor. Blocking foul on the floor.
Couldn't see. I think that's on Lyron Bennett. That's his
Bennett.
third.
Yeah. Watch the play inside. Yeah, look. Blocking foul on Bennett.
And Coach Malcolm Smith wants a timeout here with 5:06 left to go in the third quarter. New Mission on top 43-39. And
I think that Malcolm Smith just decided, listen, we have to have a better offensive set for this half court because they're doing a good job going inside, but it's a tentative lead right here.
No question. Folks, the next time you're going to see us here on Game of the Week is going to be 2 weeks from now over at the Cabot Center at Northeastern University for the 2019 Boston City League All-Star Classic. That's on Saturday, March 23rd, starting at noon, live on Boston City TV. If you want to watch on Comcast, it's channel 24. You got RCN, it's channel 13. If you got Verizon, it's channel 1962. So the best and brightest Boston City League basketball players will be all converging over at Northeastern University. Several guys from these two teams will be in that game.
Oh, no doubt about that. That's a fun day, actually, with the girls' game and the boys' game, or vice versa. It's good to see how the players who had outstanding seasons get rewarded.
That's right.
And I really like the fact that there are a number of awards for classroom work also, and community service. So that's all filtered in that day. Exactly.
Also gives us one last chance to see a lot of these senior players.
Right.
Guys like Shamar Browder, Bennett, some of the seniors like Dare.
Some of them on their way to four-year colleges.
Bennett gets that floater to go.
Nice soft shot. Now you notice, see how smart he is. He knows he got the 3 fouls, so he pulled up for that mid-range shot instead of taking it all the way to the rim.
Alan Paisley almost gets it poked away. Does get it poked away by Browder. He's got Bennett back down the other end. And just like that, we're tied back up, this time at 43. And that's 5-second violation on Jaheed Allen Paisley. And Coach Smith wants another timeout.
And the little things will lead to a quick back-to-back basket situation. I mean, on the layup, on a made basket, you can run the baseline on the inbounds. And neither time did the New Mission player run the baseline. They caught for a 5-second violation, had to steal the first time, so just like that. Well, within 10 seconds, you could get a 4-point game, get back to a tie game.
As we're tied up here at Taunton High School, folks, if you want to follow us on social media, go to the Facebook page, go to facebook.com/Game of the Week Boston. A lot of good links and different updates on what we're going to be doing on that page. You can also like us there and also follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. Well, you knew this Tech Boston team was not going to worry coming out of halftime.
There'll be a blitz at some point. And we've seen it already.
Chance for the Bears to regain the lead for the first time here in the second half. Bennett. Norman coming away with a rebound, but it's poked away by Aiden. Salas for 3. Dare can't get the putback.
Salas again? And then Marshall. Again, New Mission, the one thing they've been consistent with is hitting the offensive rebounds. There he goes, Marshall, good job. A lot of body contact inside.
Marshall can't hit the first. The mission's been very good from the free throw line so far in this game. But Marshall having a tough time, just 3 for 6 from the line tonight. Knocks down the second. 1 point lead here for New Michigan midway through the third quarter. Browder tries a runner, blocked inside. Aiden. Marshall, he's going to be whistled for a travel.
Too bad. He spun and didn't have to. If he was just been able to go straight up, he probably would have had a layup. Okay, Aiden's in. He's in the middle of this 3-2 zone defensively. We'll see if they can get him some shots here before the end of the third quarter. You're right, though. You made the point about everyone knew Tech Boston's going to have a couple of runs in them.
It's going to happen at some point.
So we've seen it twice here in the third quarter. Bring it back to a 1-point game.
Browder. Jamar's just having a tough time getting anything off.
Well, the thing is, that's what this 3-2 zone is doing. Whenever he's on the baseline, he's going against a big guy. He's quicker, but there's weak side help. There's a guy from the top who can drop down. He just has no lane. Good job by Bennett there.
Yeah, fighting his way inside for that basket. Tech Boston regains the lead. Here comes Bennett, over to Browder. There you get Shamar. Able to convert that one. The drive by Hickman, but he's short with it. Marshall, no good on the putback. Bennett with the rebound. Up to Browder, in space, Shamar.
On the floor, be a reach-in. There's that pace we talked about. Once the rebound is collected by Tech Boston, you got wings on both sides flying down the sideline.
Lyron Bennett has carried the offensive scoring load for Tech Boston in this quarter already with 8 points, but if Browder gets going, the mission's going to.
Oh yeah,
the mission's going to have to
figure
talk
something
about
else
something.
out, right? Wow, bonus already. Tech Boston's going to be shooting bonus for the rest of the game.
Rest of the game. We still got 2:49 left to go in the third quarter. Browder able to hit the first. No good on the second. 4-point lead for Tech Boston. Marshall inside.
Good job. Nice step inside. That time he didn't travel because he took the long step to get him to the rim.
Cuts it back down to 2 here with 2.5 left to go in the third.
That's a turnover, yeah.
Yeah, Juan Pierre with the carry, so that'll go back to the Titans.
Full court man-to-man pressure from Tech Boston.
Inside to Dare, Saquon inside to Marshall. Couldn't finish that one. Ball ping-pongs around, and now it's Browder. Nunez, long 2. Browder inside to Nunez again, blocked inside by Dare. Aiden got caught up in the air and tried to fire it into Marshall.
Yeah, he actually had Salas wide open on the right wing. Salas wanted to jack up that three-pointer. Good patience. Shot clock under 10 now.
Off the spin move, but Pierre couldn't finish at the rim. And he might have just gotten whistled for another foul.
That's going to be the 6th team foul. Not shooting yet, but now both teams are being bonus for the rest of the game.
Juan Pierre's got 4 fouls.
Nice block by there. Yeah, Pierre's going to sit down with those 4.
Keyshawn Barnes back in for Tech Boston. Salas. Barnes right in his back pocket. Aiden off the up fake. Couldn't hit the jumper. Marshall coming away with the offensive rebound. Back to Salas for an open 3. Put back is good.
Wow, what was that?
Hickman.
Hickman, okay.
Edo Hickman.
Back to a tie game. Got a steal.
Here comes Aiden. Going to take it in himself and get tied up.
It's going to be a good call, Pat. Looked like the not sure if Aiden was trying to shoot or pass. Let's see. Good baseline. He's trying to shoot. But Nunez, excellent job getting his hand all ball. Good job by Nunez.
There, on the drive, gets stuffed inside. Nice play by Nunez. That's going to go back to Tech Boston.
2 excellent defensive plays. Without fouling. You talked about subpar scoring from the backcourt, but Nunez has made up for that for Tech Boston.
Bennett. And he's going to get 2 from the stripe.
Crossover in the lane. The reach in by Aiden.
How's it going, Bronco? Bennett hits the first.
It's interesting. Looking at this on paper, seemed like it might have been a mismatch, but you make some coaching adjustments. You have, like you said earlier, the fact that throughout the tournament, the Missions had to play tighter games.
And neither tap-in was good for Tech Boston, so we will leave and end the third quarter with the Bears on top, 49-48.
Down the stretch.
And you see Lyron Bennett with a tough lay-in. This is going to be a good one here. Coming into the fourth quarter, sectional championship on the line.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to Taunton High School for the boys South Division II sectional finals. Right now, the Tech Boston Bears lead the New Mission Titans 49-48. And this has been, a game that we look forward to. Of course, it's a rematch of the city championship. This is the 4th time these teams have met. And, man, they are neck and neck right now coming into the fourth quarter.
How often do you say they play the same team 4 times?
Yeah, it's unreal.
So, we talked about the streak for Tech Boston. And during that streak, very few even close scores. That's the most impressive part. Even during the tournament, they've hit 80 points or more in their first 3 games. So.
Highly doubt they're going to hit that here tonight as Dare gets caught underneath the rim. Nunez. Corner 3 from Barnes, no good. Tapped out of bounds by Marshall, so that's going to stay with Tech Boston. Bennett trying to go to work inside, and the floater doesn't fall for him. Rebound comes down to Dare. Hickman straight to the goal.
He loves that left side. He attacks. Only a sophomore.
He's going to be fun to watch
Big
next couple of years.
active body. Oh, definitely.
Bennett.
I think the Mission's found something with this 3-2 zone. They're actually playing it very well.
Salas comes away with the steal, trying to get it to Hickman, but it's stolen right back by Nunez. Good give and go to Norman. What a block inside from Dare.
That's going to be a foul.
6 blocks.
Foul on Marshall. Watch this action. Went up to meet him, bro. Clean block. And when they double team, looked like Marshall reached in. Yeah, that's the 3rd foul on Marshall. That's nice. Look how straight up. We always talk about just go straight up.
That's right.
Don't swing, and officials will leave it alone. That's exactly what happened. Nice play by Dare.
The freshman Norman now at the free throw line for Tech Boston.
1-on-1.
It's the first. We're looking towards the future. You got to think Coach Williams is glad to see this freshman getting a lot of heavy state tournament experience.
And he's coming through. He's playing well. Okay, Paisley back in. And Hickman taking a break.
It's close. And Norman going to head to the bench as Richard Burton back in for Tech Boston. He's playing with 4 fouls.
Playing with 4, but in the 4th quarter, you gotta get whatever you can out of him.
Salas sees an opening.
Does travel? Oh, wow. Too bad. I wasn't sure. I really didn't think it was. He took 2 long steps, but official called him for the travel. Sure, very few people thought this would be a 1-point game with 6 minutes to go.
Pierre straight to the rim, unable to convert.
There. He defended his shot and then went up for that big rebound.
Salas, corner 3, short with that one. Good rebound from Burton, up to Bennett. 3-on-1, over to Nunez.
Off-balance finish by Nunez.
3-point lead for Tech Boston.
Well, double foul. Looks like a double foul on Aiden, and who's the other? Pierre? Is it Pierre?
And Pierre just foul up. No, that's his fourth.
It's on him.
No, he did. He fouled up.
Yeah. He is out.
They had 5 fouls on the scoreboard for Pierre.
Actually, what's more important is that's 4 fouls on 8.
Hayden gets the layup to go inside. Back to a 1-point game here, 53-52, 5:22 left to go in the fourth. Router somehow hits that off-balance shot. Alan Paisley gets his shot deflected. It's Dare. Aiden open 3.
Gotta have patience, execution now. Winding down. There's that aggressive drive like you always talked about, Pat. And you gotta like Browder. What's happened is, like you said, they shut down his drives from the top of the key, so now he's working that baseline, trying to split the 2 defenders and creating free throws for himself. We're used to seeing him with that little floater as he steps inside the foul line, but that's all taken away by the zone. He is finding some openings on the baseline, though.
Browder hits the first. Browder now at 9 points as Alan Paisley heads back to the bench. Etowah Hickman back in for the Titans. Browder hits both, so back to a 5-point lead for Tech Boston. Hickman almost gets it knocked away and stolen. And it does get stolen by Richard Burton. Here comes Bennett.
Yeah, I think Mayer got hurt. He turned an ankle. Let's see, Bennett. On Marshall or Hickman? It's on Hickman. This is third. But we got to check on there. They used to the foul. Down back in the backcourt on that loose ball on the floor, we had Dare getting that left leg checked out.
Yeah, that looks like an ankle. Maybe a rolled ankle where he came down on it.
Yeah, definitely came down awkwardly. Huge loss for Mission at this point.
Here's another look at it. Yeah, one of the players actually rolled up on him as his leg was down on the floor. So Lyron Bennett now at the free throw line, shooting 2 for Tech Boston, looking to add to his 18-point total.
It's funny too, because it seemed like he had a slow start to the game, and here he is with 18 points.
All of a sudden. He's also got
very
5
quietly, right? Yeah.
Right, he's also got 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and some steals as well. Knocks down the second. 6-point lead for Tech Boston, 4:15 left to go. Alan Paisley looking for an opening, tries a floater.
traveling violation on the baseline again.
Yeah, Mendez took an extra step.
I'm just a little surprised that in that long half-court set, the ball never went to Aiden. I mean, he gets 4 fouls. He's your best three-point shooter. I think that during this timeout, that'll probably be discussed. Good to see that Dare's going to come back in the game. It's one of those temporary painful ankles.
Right.
The adrenaline will let him finish out the game. I mean, the worst thing in the world is to have him sit and let it stiffen up. So get him right back in.
Got to keep the blood flowing in that thing. 6-point lead now for Tech Boston.
Some game, you just never know, especially with high school players, because there is so much emotion involved. So give the New Mission players a lot of credit for being able to sort of put the last game out of their minds.
That's right.
It was for the Boston City Championship, which is a big deal in itself.
That's right.
And the fact of the matter is they got blown out. So, and that wasn't that long ago, 3.5 weeks ago.
Right.
So to be able to put that behind them and then continue this run of theirs here in the state tournament. I mean, it's they're a 5 seed, but they're still considered, a couple of their wins have still been considered upsets.
That's right.
So here they are playing against this number 2 seed.
Yeah, and you think about Tech Boston now, it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a season.
Yeah.
They beat them twice already. There's not a lot neither of these teams know about each other. A deep 3 doesn't fall. Hickman for the putback. He couldn't get it to go.
He had his head over the rim of that jump pad.
Bennett lays it down to Nunez, who couldn't finish off the layup. Dare with the rebound for New Mission. Hickman airmails a pass up to Marshall.
Too much adrenaline on that one. Right idea, saw his open teammate, just too strong for the play. And the thing is, he's upset about he missed that putback. All right, if he had made that, then he would have been more under control. But you try to make up for mistakes so quickly. That's how you always have an overthrown pass.
Browder, off-balance shot.
Under control, and use the backboard. Big possession here from New Mission. They've got to score. Stay in this.
8-point lead for the Bears. Salas all the way to the rim, and he's going to get 2 more from the stripe.
You gotta like the fact he took it on his own. He's created a shot for himself. Because New Mission's got to get points here just to stay in this. They're hitting the arm there. And again, Tech Boston in a close game, just making the right plays coming down the stretch.
Salas good on the first. .240 left, but with both teams in the bonus, it's going to feel a lot longer.
So it'll come down to free throws, like we always know it will.
Knocks down the second.
Now, one of the issues for New Mission, at some point they're going to have to go man-to-man as the clock winds down.
Browder. And Aiden trying to come away with the steal. Throws it off of Bennett. That's going to go back to New Mission.
Good hands. Good aggressive play, too, because we know he has 4 fouls. He's watching the action here. Goes to the floor. Bounces it off of Bennett. He's looking for a 3 right here.
Fires it up. A Hickman going up for that one, but it's pulled down by Burton. Bennett over to Browder.
Oh, nice block.
It's his shot deflected inside. Now it's Aiden back down the other end. And they're going to call Bennett.
Let's see what the call is. Might just be an out of bounds play. Well, he hit his arm. Yeah. Well, just called out of bounds.
Must have called an out of bounds play. So.
I think Burton just fouled out.
So Richard Burton, tallest player on the Bears, is going to have to head to the bench for the rest of the game.
Well, Chris Norman, he'll be finishing up this last 2 minutes in the middle of the defense for Tech Boston.
Dare knocks down the first. Dare 2 for 2 from the line, cuts it back to 4 with 2 minutes left to go.
Okay, now you have New Michigan in a boxing one defense, basically with Dare protecting the baseline. This is what you're going when you're trying to get a steal out near half court. Foul on Salas. He actually got the worst of that one.
Yeah, he fell hard in his back after going after this steal.
You're going after the passing lanes, basically. Oh yeah, he didn't have any. Neither one of his feet were on the floor to brace that. A tough play.
Reminded me a little bit of how Chris Norman fell two
right.
nights ago.
Exactly.
Went up for a rebound,
came
fell hard in his back.
Right on his back. Yeah. But it's like a 2-2-1 in the half court. And what it does is it's designed to take away all your passing lanes. South is just like a step late getting to Bennett. Otherwise, he may have been able to poke that away and be off for a layup.
Salas walking it off momentarily.
It's going to be 2 shots for Bennett because it's double bonus. Yeah, it's good to see him staying in the game, though, I guess.
Yeah, I think he does have to come out.
I was just going to say,
at least one,
unless you use a timeout.
Possession.
So instead of using the timeout, they're going to bring Alan Paisley back in. Like we always say, free throws. The 2 big ones right here. Wow.
Bennett.
That's really unusual. Bennett usually
very good at the free
used to
throw
closing games out with
That's
these.
right. Hasn't had as much success here this afternoon. Hits the second. 5-point lead for Tech Boston. Minute 45 left to go.
It's going to come down to can New Mission get some 3-point looks for both Aiden and Salas.
Salas checks back in.
Because Tech Boston staying in that aggressive man-to-man defense.
Aiden tries to lay it inside. It's thrown away by Nunez. Quickly out to Crowder. And Shamar gets it poked away. Hickman with the hustle, and it's Marshall who's got it now for New Mission. Marshall inside, couldn't convert. Put back from Dare, gets the basket and the foul for the Titans.
Big play by Dare to follow up that miss by Marshall. And watch it, look like Marshall has a nice look, a little floater, comes up short, but Dare, strong rebound. He actually got hit on the floor, but he was able to finish the shot. Got the chance to make it a 2-point game.
Juan Dare now with 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 blocks.
Same 2-2-1.
On the night for New Mission.
Trying to get a steal.
2-point game coming up on a minute left to go. Crowder, Nunez for 3. Short with it. Rebound comes down to Norman, inside to Bennett, to Browder. What a pass from Lyron Bennett. Aiden inside to Dare, who lost it on the way up. That's going to stay with New Mission.
Watch Bennett finish this off to his buddy.
.46 seconds left to go, 4-point game. Inside to Dare. Going to work inside, another basket and one.
And don't forget, he just had his ankle injured 2 minutes ago.
You can tell he's hurting too. He winces each time he goes to the free throw line. Gutsy performance by Saquon Dare. Here you get another look at that play.
He has a chance to make this a 1-point game.
Cannot hit the free throw. Still a 2-point game, 40 seconds left. New Mission's got to make a stop, and Coach Williams wants to call a timeout.
I think the foul came before the timeout. Hickman reached in. You're right, Patty. Coach Williams was trying to call a timeout.
He was. Ref didn't see him.
Yeah, but the foul was called first. So
Norman, the freshman, tried to make it a 2-possession game here with these 2 free throws.
Right there, Hickman. Yeah.
Yeah, you had Johnny Williams in the corner trying to call a timeout. And he hits the first. Makes it a 3-point lead. The freshman now 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Knocks down the second.
All right, McKinney's going to come back in for New Mission to give them 3 3-point shooters out there. We have Aiden, Salas, and now McKinney as 3-point shooters.
Bad pass from McKinney is stolen away by Browder, but that's going to stay with Tech Boston. Very costly turnover there from McKinney. So Hickman now back in for defensive purposes for New Mission. Titans are going to have to start fouling here with 32 seconds
really
left.
Costly turnover.
And Aiden just fouled out. I don't know why he was the one that had to commit the foul.
But they do have two other 3-point shooters. Problem is you send Browder to the line shooting 2, double bonus.
So Shamar Browder shooting 2 with a 4-point lead here with 31 seconds left to go. Knocks down the first. Browder, who came into the second half with just 3 points, now has 15 for Tech Boston.
Well, I mean, we talked about both of the backcourt guys, Browder and Bennett, having slow games, scoring. Now they got, 33 points between them.
Misses the second, so a 5-point lead for Tech Boston. The Mission's got to score in a hurry.
Get some shots up.
Salas, straight to the rim. Block inside by Norman, the freshman.
Big play. Big play. All right, you got Justin Ferrer, sophomore, must be a 3-point shooter because he's coming in the game for the first time.
Throw it into McKinney. Inside to Marshall. It's going to be an offensive foul. Taken by Lyron Bennett.
see it played. You see Marshall.
That might have sealed it for Tech Boston.
I think I was thinking the same thing because
they just got to get it in bounds and get fouled, basically. Get it into Browder. He's fouled in the backcourt, so he'll get 2 more free throws. But
well, the more experienced team. We talked about Tech Boston being through these crowds. They won the state tournament last year. Obviously, made that long run. They're on an amazing winning streak going back to the regular season. Won the city championship handily. So, no real surprise at these last 5 minutes of the game. When it was a 1-point game, they just had a little more poise, made bigger plays, stayed aggressive, but were able to close this out. I mean, it's a lot of credit I give to New Mission for their effort. Some tough plays down the stretch, some putbacks they couldn't make. 3-point shooting just wasn't there, which had been what carried them this far. I mean, to get to a sectional final is an amazing run for anybody. Right. And for a team like New Mission, like I said, a couple of their wins were considered upsets.
And Browder, no good on the first. I mean, we've seen a lot of teams that were either the higher seeds or perceived to be the favorite lose at different points in the tournament. We saw Brookline a couple of games ago lose to Newton North earlier in the section. Brookline was...
In this sectional here, we had Randolph, number 1 seed, lose in the
Whitman Hanson.
Right, the second round.
Salas going to fire up that 3 and hit it. 2-point game. It ain't over yet, folks.
Now, I think if Malcolm, did he call timeout?
Must have called timeout here with 2.7.
Well, I mean, his issue's going to be there should be more time because if he called it, it would have been called immediately. Like you said, it's going to be just a catch. Try to avoid the foul to get the win. But, boy, talk about Salas with a big shot.
Man.
Off balance.
So 2-point game here with 2.7 seconds left to go. So Tech Boston will inbound the ball. And as long as they inbound it cleanly, New Mission's going to have to foul right away. Hope that there's a little bit of time left on the clock and then have some kind of half-court heave.
Tech Boston smartly spreading out the floor, getting a lot of room, floor space.
Nunez is fouled with 1.6 seconds left. So Alan Nunez will be at the free throw line. He has a chance to
seal
this game away with 2 free throws.
He's had an amazing all-around game.
Yes, he's had a very good game.
As a matter of fact, when the guards were struggling in the first quarter,
Bennett and Browder.
Nunez had 12 points at halftime. He kept them in offensively.
It's the first. That's a big one. Nunez now 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Knocks down the second, and that's going to do it here at Taunton High. The Tech Boston Bears are heading back to the TD Garden for the second year in a row. They are the South Sectional Division II champions here in 2019.
Well, like you said, back to the Garden, a chance to go for back-to-back state titles. That is so unusual. So that makes you understand how special it is. When any team has the opportunity to do that. Any division, doesn't matter. This is a long run. It's a tough, arduous road. You got to play against, we always talk about unfamiliar teams, unfamiliar surroundings. Tech Boston didn't have their usual control with a big lead, with what they're used to doing, but just shows you how hard they work always gives them an advantage.
That's
and
right.
Even though they had some foul trouble, the big fella fouled out. The freshman came in, did a good job.
He did.
The two guards had a tough time in the first half scoring, but Nunez, as we mentioned, kept them in it with his scoring. All right, well, he ended up with 19 points. So it's an all-around team effort and a good test. And all the credit in the world to New Michigan.
That's right.
For them to be able to bounce back after being really embarrassed in the city championship game, to bounce back a few weeks later and take this Tech Boston team down to the wire.
That's right. They actually had this game in control for a lot of the first half, but Tech Boston, again, just seems to wear down teams late in the third quarter and into the fourth.
They
and that's
find
what
a way.
We saw
they find a way.
Here tonight. Yeah. They found a way to win it again here at the South Sectional Division II Finals. We're going to head to break, folks. When we come back, we'll have our Game of the Week MVP and final stats from this game. Before we sign off, make sure you stick around.
Foster safety. Foster hope. Foster joy. Foster curiosity. Foster support. Become a foster parent, because every parent makes a difference. Foster, Massachusetts.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
You go and step out of the vehicle for me?
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And then I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do him like that, Uncle Drew!
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door. Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys.
Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Queen is just my everything.
His smile did it. His smile, his eyes, his knowledge. My landlord, he decided that he wanted me to move based on the fact that I was transgender. Let's just respect people in everyday life for just being human.
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you. And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman. You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home walk restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
We can warn someone when their drink isn't safe.
And disrupt the situation.
We can.
Get someone a cab.
Or walk them home safely.
We can make campuses safer for our friends.
Our roommates.
Our classmates. Our fellow human beings.
We cannot be bystanders.
We can. Intervene.
It's on us.
All of us.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
Welcome back to Taunton High School. At the conclusion of the boys' South Division II Sectional Finals, the Tech Boston Bears take on the New Mission, defeat the New Mission Titans, 68-64. And as we mentioned, not the prettiest game for Tech Boston, not the most efficient game for Tech Boston.
Great competition, though.
But they played hard as usual, applied a lot of pressure, and like I think we mentioned at the end of the game, they really just wear teams down in the fourth quarter.
Different ways, too.
That's right.
They, like you said, they did not have their regular fast break game going. It's usually spearheaded by steals in the open court, easy layups. And then like a 5-point lead goes to up to 12-15.
That's right.
That didn't happen today. Give New Mission a lot of credit for that. But like you said, Tech Boston, the last, say, 3 minutes, you could sort of feel them just slowly taking control, getting key rebounds.
That's right.
They drew that big offensive foul, the charging foul in the last minute, which really turned things around.
That's right.
Made their free throws. All right, and the basic stuff, that's how you win.
No question. And one of the guys that does a little bit of everything, and especially a lot of scoring for the Tech Boston Bears, is their senior point guard, Lyron Bennett. He is with his head coach, Johnny Williams, and our sideline reporter, Aaron Goodless. So, Aaron, take it away.
Here we are with Tech Boston Bears, the winners
The winners, how does it feel? We got LeBron Bennett, the MVP. Did you know your stats tonight? 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals, 8 assists. Awesome game. How'd you do it?
Well, I didn't do it alone. I know I couldn't do it alone. My teammates, we started off slow. When we came out second half, they made sure they had my back. They made sure our seniors, they made sure our coaches, family, that this wasn't the last time we seen us play on a basketball court. They made sure we kept continuing to go.
I noticed that they played a little man-to-man to start the game, and then they switched right to that zone. How'd you guys deal with that? How did Coach deal with that at halftime?
At the beginning, we started off slow, like kind of threw us off, but he's a great coach. We have a great coaching staff. We have mature young men, so we know how to adjust to the defense. So all we have to do was just go playing out in the locker room and just adjust.
I love it. I know you guys were supposed to go to the TD Garden last year, correct? And it got snowed out, and now no snow this time, right? No snow. Go get it.
Yes, it's an amazing feeling. Well, my favorite player, LeBron, been on that floor, so we definitely want to go out there and we definitely want to achieve it. I want to achieve it for my brothers, my coach, and my family. They fought for me this whole season, so I owe it to everybody.
Love it, love it. Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Bennett. Thank you. Thank you, Coach. Coach Williams. Like I said, down at halftime. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season, okay? The Patriots have a hard time doing that. How did you guys, down 6 at halftime, dig down deep, fight back, and pull off the victory?
Honestly, it's willpower. They wanted it more. As you saw, those first possessions, they ran to the loose balls. They were more active. I told our guys, I said, if we want to win, right, we got to become active. We have to become more aggressive. And they responded, right? I didn't say too much. I'm going to be honest. I didn't say much at halftime. They know. We've been preparing for this since September, since we got back to school. And we had our first meeting, making sure their grades were right, making sure they're doing right by their families. That's what prepared them for it. I didn't call a timeout, right? Because there's no need. We've been doing this. It's second nature to them, right? They know how to fight through adversity. They fight their whole lives. They don't give these young men a chance, but we're proving everyone wrong. These are scholar athletes. And when you have scholar athletes, their critical thinking skills work in their benefit. Not just their talent on the court, their mental overcomes all adversity. And that's what happened. It was a will of wills, and our will is just champion pedigree.
Now, we got the MVP over here, but I saw, there were numerous guys out there, especially a couple of free throws hit by, I believe, number 5, Chris Norman.
Yeah.
And then glue guy over here, Alan Nunez.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a team effort.
It's always a team effort. It's never about us. Right? It's always about team. I'm not bigger than this program. I try to make a program where if I'm no longer here, the program will continue to roll. So I'm instilling values in these young men that once they leave me, they can carry it on in life and become great citizens, great leaders. I may have the next president, right? The next police commissioner. I don't know what I have, but I know I have greatness, right? And all these young men are great. My coaching staff, great, amazing. My support, my teachers, the officers that are here, the aunts, the family members. This is why we do it.
You guys throughout the whole game, I mean, even before the game, I noticed a bit of confidence in you guys. You guys are really locked in. Mr. Browder over here, awesome backcourt. You guys have a great backcourt, and good luck in the TD Garden. Go get it, guys, okay? Go get it.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thanks very much, Aaron, and become an old hat for Tech Boston. I mean, but what Coach Williams said was very true. This team is so battle-tested, especially in the state tournament, but that when they get to this point, there's just no worry in this team, even when they trail at halftime.
Well, you're right, and that confidence, you can see it, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, again, New Mission just hung in, they dug deep, they kept bouncing back.
That's right.
At one point, it looked like when they were down an 8 midway from the quarter, it seemed like the tide had turned, but no, they came back from that. They made some nice plays there. The big fellow went inside after hurting his ankle. A couple of and-one plays got his team right back in it. So you're right. That Tech Boston had to rebound, had to bounce back a few different times from some adversity. And again, they have not. I was looking at the scores. They've only had 2 close scores final scores in their last like 15 games.
That's right.
You're talking about double-digit wins. They won by 30 a couple of times in the early rounds of the tournament. So they weren't used to having to go down the wire. But like Coach Williams said, they have the will, they have the critical thinking, they play well together. That's what works.
No question. Let's take a look at final stats from this one, and then you see New Mission's final stats.
Yeah, Dare, the big fella, ended up with 18 points. Did a good job, obviously, all of it inside in the post. Salas, 15 points for him. Rebounds, Dare with 12 rebounds. Marshall had 6 rebounds. In the backcourt, Alan Paisley with 7 assists, and Salas had 4 assists. So New Mission pretty much did what they wanted to do, just came up short.
Let's take a look at Tech Boston's final stats.
There's Bennett, the outstanding player, with his 20 points. Nunez, like I said, the first half kept them in it offensively as the backcourt got off to a slow start. Rebounding, Burton before fouling out. Got some big rebounds, and then also Bennett from the backcourt was able to add 6 rebounds. Bennett had 8 assists, and Browder had 4 assists. So even though their stats were a little lower than what they're averaging, remember they're averaging over 80 points.
That's right.
In their first 3 games. So they're held to 68. Credit New Mission's defense, but also the fact that when you have an offensive night, there's other things you can do to control the game and win the game. That's why Tech Boston going to the Garden.
Yeah, Tech Boston going to the TD Garden to the state semifinals for the 2nd year in a row after a great gutsy performance here against New Mission in the South Sectional Finals. Folks, we want to thank you very much for joining us here for this game. If you want to watch it again, you can go to our website, www.cityofboston.gov/game of the week. All the games that we've covered this season and throughout the state tournament will be up on that site. If you want to watch it again, you can also go to our Facebook page. Go to facebook.com/game of the week Boston. A lot of good stuff up on that Facebook page, including links to all the games on YouTube. And finally, you can follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. That's it for our state tournament coverage here in 2019. But make sure you follow both Tech Boston and the Fenway girls, who won their sectional final game last night. Both those teams will be headed to the TD Garden next week on Tuesday and Wednesday for the state semifinals. But for now, we're going to say so long here from Taunton High School. And before we do that, we want to thank all the folks here at Taunton High School who put on these games. They've had
excellent hosts,
great to us, very accommodating, very easy to work with. They have hosted 24 state tournament games by the end of today.
Well, they have one of the best gyms. They really
phenomenal gym, phenomenal field house. These guys did a great job. Athletic Director Mark Ottavianelli did a great job. It was really helpful to us. Joe Roca, who's the South Sectional Director, gave us a lot of help as well. So I want to thank those 2 guys in particular. But all the staff here did a fantastic job here at the South Sectional Finals. So thank you very much, guys. Folks, we'll see you next time on Game of the Week. Take care.